one technically in Labuan Bajo on land. Kind of want to show you a little room tour. It's very simple though. This is our room. It's got an AC, 2 beds, a table, and that's it. The outside's pretty big though. There are other rooms. There's a shared toilet down there. More toilets apparently, I didn't know that. And sinks. There's also free water and coffee and tea. It looks like from the front, Komodo Indah Hostel and Hotel. We're gonna go to the mini mart first. Although this is in the main street very close to the harbor, so it's really easy to just walk anywhere. The big Roxy Mart isn't open yet. I need to get cough medicine and cold medicine because coughing fits throughout the night. Not good. We need to stay healthy for the rest of the trip. In the mornings, it's still like at night. It was alive. It reminds me of Kuta in Bali. We have 2 drivers today. two guys. Yeah.
Well, it's basically one main driver and an assistant.
Another guy, which I don't know why he was there.
I think he was a trainee. He didn't do much.
No.
I think he was just there.
Yeah.
But it was also another long drive. The roads were also very much
And the
winding.
first driver was actually pretty fluent in English.
He's very fluent. He
Yeah.
took English for his uni major.
Yeah.
He explained things like very well. He
Yeah, it
explained
was
the
really
local
good.
culture.
Yeah.
He could really explain to us the beliefs or like the culture, the customs, the plants there, you
How
know.
important chicken are.
Chicken is
They
there.
are a symbol. Like
There was a lot of
always-
symbolism.
Yes, a lot of chicken symbolism.
We saw a lot of rice fields along the way.
Yeah. I didn't expect that.
Me too.
I thought it's
didn't
more
either.
like forest and hilly.
Me too.
Yeah.
But that was when you passed by the largest irrigation in Flores Island.
So this is the biggest irrigation,
Oh.
the best part of.
Seriously, I don't think I've ever been in this much like mountains. I'm surrounded by mountains, like big mountains. And Alisa got her rice fields. We don't have to go to Tegalalang in Bali, which is just a photo spot. This is the real deal. So there are a lot of these little houses in the fields. It's just a resting spot. They're not allowed to build permanent houses here because it's just for the farming, fielding, irrigation. So we made it to the restaurant after almost 3 hours of driving. La Nusa. So we've got the babi sei, which is smoked pork, the cassava leaves, the chili is for the pork, and this is red bean soup. You got the mi goreng sei. Oh, it's like you can taste the pork bone like raw. Try it. Oh, also another thing I find interesting in Flores or in East Nusa Tenggara, a lot of the people are actually Roman Catholic. Our guide said. So in the coastline there are more Muslims, but in the mountains there are more Roman Catholics because we were colonized by the Portuguese, and evangelism spread and stuff like that. That's why there's also a lot of traditional pork dishes compared to other islands, like in Java, for example. This is a pork. Oh, the pork is good. You don't see a lot of flavor in the pork, but it's very flavorful. There's also the sweet babi kecap and the spicy babi ricap. And there's chicken station if you don't eat pork. This hot ginger tea is really hot and gingery. I feel like the heat is spreading through my body, and I have been burping. The wind is going out. This is good.
And then we went to Todo Village, and it was super duper foggy. But it became mystical.
It was dramatic.
It was dramatic as
mystical.
It was cool.
This is the main house, yeah. All the king's place before. They made the roof like this, not too high. This one means who go inside there to wow, yeah, like respect.
And then there was the welcome ceremony. This is inside the house. Like after the welcoming ceremony, then we are
Yeah.
They served us tea as well, and
They
we give
actually
a
say we
donation
are
thing.
like family then.
We're now
like
family.
we can come over.
carvings actually have a meaning as well. It actually symbolizes a chicken, like a mother chicken. So this is the head and those are the wings, because this is like the main house, right? So it's supposed to be like a mother chicken to the rest of the village. Also, out here there are 5 carvings. These actually symbolize the mother's womb, because there's a tradition where when you give birth, someone's gonna go, like before the baby is like, you cut the umbilical cord, someone would go outside and knock the door with a spear and say like blessings for the child 5 times, and then they cut the cord. If it's a boy, the blessings is so that the boy will come back to the kampung and take care of the family, I think. And then if it's a girl, then they would go out and follow the husband. So that's why. But nowadays they just give birth in like a modern hospital. But if it's still here, then they would still do the tradition. This used to be the capital of the Manggarai tribe kingdom. Todo Village was the center, and then we have Wae Rebo, which is actually, it was like the servants' quarters or like just the civilians, but this was like where the king stayed, in the biggest house over there where we were. They don't live here anymore, a lot of them. Well, some do, but they just come here for the ceremonies, and they live in the village, like in the houses nearby, with modern houses, because it actually is very expensive to build something like that. So that structure was built in 1990. The previous structures broke down because of age, so there were no nails used. It was just bamboo sticks and palm tree fiber for the carvings. And originally, even if it rains, like it's not gonna go inside the house. If it's hot outside, it's cool inside. It was cool inside. And if it's cold outside, it's not super cold inside. They also had the animals, livestock living down there, because they believe that it's warmer if you have animals below the houses. But nowadays from the government, they say like it's better to stay a safe distance away from the animals. So when we entered, we needed the permission from the ancestors, because they believe that the spirit of the ancestors are still all around in the air. So it's kind of just like talking. So if you can't speak the local language, you can do it yourself. But because none of us speak the local language, the Manggarai language, then we had the elder doing it. He's actually the chief, and he's actually the descendant of the king who was here. So, and all the people who are here were still all descendants from the previous kingdom. Like Manggarai Kingdom was almost like half of Flores on the west side. So if you go to the east, complete different tribe. I need our guide explained that there were 4 big tribes in Flores, but I'm gonna ask him to explain because I don't think I can do it as well as he can. It's Bajo, Mbojo, Bugis, and Manggarai. Here in the middle is where they do ceremonies. So for Thanksgiving, once a year, I think they would sacrifice an ox, I think, for Thanksgiving and hopes for the next year. I think like all these sarongs are tenun, like they're handmade. So 90% of the ladies, of the females here, are actually weavers. The men are normally farmers. They made it here, like down there. Oh, galangnya juga bikin sendiri semua. Here, that red one?
Everything's nice.
Yeah, this is nice too. I feel like this is you. Wait, show your bracelet. Yeah, we got, so one is 10,000. They were all over. They want to sell. They are very happy to sell, but I am overwhelmed because there is so many people.
Then we bought this thing from the ibu. So she bought a big red sarung
From her.
and then I bought like the sash. And then we went to the spider web.
Why are all these people so fat? Am I the only one not fat? We only had 2 little breaks. Ooh. You start seeing the view. Oh! This is what we saw from the car, Gun. Oh! Dang! It's gigantic. You see one spider web.
And then the spider web rice fields,
Right,
or
spider
the
web rice
linko. That's how it broke.
That's how it broke.
No, but it's also like there's so much philosophy behind the why it's like a circle. It's how they divide the land, and it's called the linko. And also the Jakarta transport system is using that, it's inspired by this, the Jaklingko. And also the guide was actually explaining, like, he was drawing on the ground, it's like, this is what this is called, this is why it's...
So this is the whole land, the circle like this one. And in the middle here, it's called Lodok.
Lodok.
Okay? Then after, they divide it like this. So the whole one is Lingko, that's the whole land. Then this one, the small one, here, it's called Moso. So once they make the ceremony for the Thanksgiving or harvesting ceremony, they make it in the middle here, in Lodok. So all the owner of the Moso, they come together to make that ceremony. So this philosophy also, this shows how the lineage of Manggarai people as well. So they are coming from the central here. That's the source. But at the end of the day, they will come back to the central. That's the central of the lineage. That philosophy is taken from how they make this land divided into the members of the village.
Oh.
So it's simply like that.
Oh, that's how they divide. Like, this is mine, this is yours, so it's
Yes.
equal, it's a circle.
Yes, equality central.
Oh.
It's
What
good
it
that we had the
symbolizes.
guide because otherwise it's just a photo spot.
That's true.
And you just take pictures. I mean,
It's cool,
great,
but you don't know what it is.
Yeah, you don't know what it is. So if you have a guide like that's
It's
actually
better.
pretty great.
It's
and
really
it's like,
better.
oh my god, this is actually deep.
That's true.
Each village has their own like conical shaped traditional house. You see one there, you don't see it in the camera though. You see it there. One thing I forgot to mention after visiting the Todo Village is it got me rethinking about what is actually necessary in life. Like, it looks like they're living a very simple life with a simple house, but they've got what they have, you know? Like redefining success kind of. In the city, you have all these capitalism. You want a bigger house, you want a bigger career. Not saying that I don't want to. I still do want like money, but you know, it's like, what is actually needed in life or necessary? Kinilog.
And then we went to a hotel, we just booked on the spot.
Randomly, suddenly in a hotel. But in a nice one! So, here's the story. We didn't book a room yet for Ruteng because yesterday when we were booking the trip, they were like, oh, it's low season, you can just go like on the spot. So we went, and then this is called Terrace Ruteng. And we went in, the staff were like, I don't think they were expecting guests. I think we might be the only ones here today, to be honest. And I don't think they're equipped for guests in the rain because, look now, it is raining. And they gave us an umbrella, but from the lobby to the room, there's like no cover, you need an umbrella. Although, there is a pool and it's overlooking the fields. It's very nice. There's a sky terrace, but it's wet. Upstairs, you have the restaurant. This is the room. It's got twin beds, that Terrace Ruteng that she bought. A very nice, spacious toilet. And to be honest, after 3 days on the boat and like the hostel with a shared bathroom like this is amazing. And the room was $550 per night, which is okay. Online, it was $600, and that was already discounted from like $800-ish. So I guess like booking in the hotel itself is actually a lot cheaper than online.
Yeah, we just rested, ate in the hotel.
We're going out for dinner. Ooh, looks so nice. Oh, what is that? Is that like a coffee house? That looks so nice. I think for now, we sit inside, it's cold.
It's ginger tea.
It's ginger tea, separated sugar. Mine is orange juice with no ice and no sugar. We are both technically catching a cold and a cough, but no, we need to be healthy. Strong, ginger make us strong. And the Puyong Hai Kapiting. We have crab Puyong Hai, like a pancake kind of, with egg and stuff. And then we have chapchai, which is basically just mixed vegetables sauteed in rice. It's really interesting how they have like Chinese food, like Chinese Indonesian food, all the way here in Flores. I mean, the Puyong Hai and the chapchai tastes exactly like how I imagined it to be. It's very good. It's the combination of food I normally eat for Chinese restaurants here. Very nice.
The next day.
The next morning though, it was beautiful. I did not expect this view. And then we had breakfast outside. The view is like, wow.
Breakfast bread toast with milk tea and a little bit spilled coffee, tea, and omelette.
This was our breakfast meal. They gave us like bread toast. It was nice. Then we went to the cave.
Cave.
We had to wear the thingies again.
Terima kasih.
Oh, the cave is right there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There was the welcoming ceremony again.
You have come from far away, like for welcoming you because you have come from far away. You have take long journey. You know it is not easy to find this place.
Yung anak mga anak kateron na dito ko sa anak mo.
Thank you for welcoming us here. It's a big honor and we're happy to be here.
Terima kasih untuk udah datang jauh-jauh ke sini. Seru juga sih bisa ngelihat alamnya, bisa ngelihat budayanya juga. After giving contribution money, which was like totally voluntary, we're getting some welcoming drinks. We chose tea and coffee. Oh, and there's a snack. Local food. Itu apa ya? Namanya?
And they served us like this local snack. So like when you give the donation for the welcome ceremony, entrance ticket also includes the snacks and the tea.
It's saltier than I expected. It's a weird taste, but I think I can get used to it. Oh, it's not hot. I'm gonna say what the guide said first. Apparently, this whole package tour thing only existed for 4 months. Before, it was just the Hobbit cave. People would come, take photos and leave. Until one day, a German guy, your people, a German tourist came and asked like, what is this cave? Because this is the second cave. And then he also said that tourists come also interested in the culture and traditions, not just the photos. So they actually went to the Ministry of Tourism to see like, what if we just make a package thing? So now there are 3 things. Like there was a welcoming ceremony in the hut, and then we're gonna go to the little cave, go to the next one. I think there's also the performance of the Chachi dance, like a museum. Oh, there's also a museum.
Then we went to the cave.
Yes, orang Jakarta. Egg in there,
Put inside the hall.
and then the wish comes true.
The egg, it's been to ask permission for our ancestors in this cave. Because in long time ago, they living in here and they in here. And they use this place like a house.
The name Liang, which means cave bathtub, comes from this thing.
This is natural limestone.
Oh, limestone.
This is special for men and that is special for women.
Oh, it's all separated. Coming from the cave, but you don't go in like a bathtub. You take some water and put it on the head like baptism. Slippery. Is there more inside? Is it big? That's it. Ah. Okay, that's the end of the cave. We went to the museum first.
There was a tiny museum, but the museum was it felt like a school fair.
They found like these skeletons inside the Liang cave, the second cave we're gonna go to. So this is like the archaeology team. Oh, these are the bones. Oh gosh. Oh, the skull is so tiny. What's our head that small? Next cave called the Hobbit cave. This is the second cave. Ah, they're still excavating. This used to be a school in the 90s. Oh, that's for the teacher. But they found the Hobbit skeleton in 2003, was it? And then they came down to the world the next year. Okay, so we saw the skeleton in the museum, right? So that's the skeleton from a Hobbit because it's shorter than a human. The skeleton is very small. They excavated it in 2003, and they're in the 10-meter deep cave. So now they're excavating for more. And legend says, or like they believe, that the Hobbit died from one of these very sharp-looking stalactites falling on the head, because there's a hole in the skull, but it's not confirmed. There are 4 countries working on the excavation only on June and July because dry season. So from Indonesia, from Bandung, from I think Canada, Germany, and I forgot the other one. That's why it's called the Hobbit Cave, not because of Lord of the Rings, apparently. Whoopsie. Log. We're heading to the waterfall. So many of these coffee plants, and it smells like jasmine actually. Oh, smell it! Kayak melati beneran. Oh. Smells like jasmine, right? And this is a guava tree. That is a coffee tree.
Our driver also explained about coffees.
These are the dried coffee beans and also kemiri that we saw. Oh, okay, so these green are gasoline, but those light ones are arak or alcohol, so do not mix them up.
The mango.
Oh, we had great mango.
It was so sweet. I love the mangoes. We tried the snake fruit as well.
Yeah. Compared to the ones you get in Germany.
The German ones are fake mangoes, man. There's no taste. The German ones are like hard and not sweet. I don't know how you eat them.
Yeah,
What's
our
that?
car broke down and we tried. They're fixing it.
Yeah, manually. And then the tire broke down the second time, so we actually switched the tire.
Which was also already
Botak.
yeah. What?
She got the baso. I got the ayam bakar lalapat.
Then we went to the waterfall, Cunca Plias waterfall.
Emang di sini ada 1000 air terjun? Namanya 1000 air terjun.
Itu julukannya sih.
Oh, pretty new, right? Yeah. Still working on the next part of the road. Oh, but we're going down. They say if the land is fertile, they plant pineapples and cloves. If it's not, then rambutans and other plants. We're gonna be seeing 4 waterfalls today. Cunca Plias, it's the first waterfall. The next ones, number 2, 3, 4, are down there. It's still the same flow. Waterfall number 2. Concentration. Waterfall number 3 is 15 meters deep, so people would normally explore like jumping spots, and then you would end up there. Number 3, jumping. Working to number 4. That's the 4th waterfall. As you can see, there's a pool over here, the fall, and then nothingness.
The coolest one was the one where we had like the infinity pool.
And this is the second waterfall. We actually went in the water in the 4th one. Yeah, it was cold, it was nice, but we got like a billion mosquito bites. That was an exaggeration, maybe 100. The mosquitoes just swarmed around us. They're like big bites all over on my back, my feet, and my arms. So it's already 5 o'clock, they close, but he's nice enough to let us take our time.
And then for dinner, apparently our hotel had like a souvenir place, but the food was great. Like noodles, sasai, and kompiang. The kompiang was like just hard bread. And I bought a t-shirt, a Labuan Bajo t-shirt. But they had like these cute Komodo dolls that are too cute to be true, because Komodos do not look that cute.
Yeah, that's true. They kind of look like, I don't know, dinosaurs or dragons or
Yep.
I don't know.
Cute though.
I feel like this hotel has everything. It's also only 800 meters to the airport, but there's no like online taxis, only bikes. The taxi is 70,000. It's 800 meters, so we're thinking of just walking to the airport tomorrow. I have to pack up my stuff well. Alisa's fine with her backpack.
Okay, that's how it looks like. Simple burger, like and look, that's all. Yes. Looks like